Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Here tonight. Here tonight.
Yo, 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 what up, guys? It's Big Dog from the Midcard Express. And today is a pretty great / sad day. But before we get to that, in front of me, I have the lovely, the gorgeous, the amazing, the stunning Tony, baby.
Hey, yo.
How you doing, Tony?
Doing alright, man. Feeling a little sad because we're one man down today.
Damn, that cut right to the main important breaking news. We don't have our good old boy Don Gato today, so shout out to Gato. And brother, we hope you feel better, because this morning you look like shit. Well, going quick into this business that we talk, the wrestling world, where we give you the most biased, the most informative, the most shocking, the most everything type of news when it comes to the pro wrestling and sports entertainment world. Why do we say that? Just so Papa Vince doesn't hate me completely. Anyways, what do you think this week, Tony? Pretty impactful? Not pretty impactful? Pretty boring?
I think news outside of WWE was more impactful than what actually happened in WWE. Like, because what happened on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and all that, it was predictable. But
yeah.
The stuff that happened outside the wrestling entertainment world of it, it was really big.
Damn. True. What I've been noticing, man, is that every time you get close to a pay-per-view, that's when you're supposed to make the most impact, bro. That's when you're supposed to start captivating not only the marks or the WWE fans, but everybody's attention, no matter what pay-per-view it is, whether it's a B-class pay-per-view, an A-class like WrestleMania. Elimination Chambers coming up, bro, and I'm gonna lie, Elimination Chamber used to be one of my favorite stipulation matches. Not the actual pay-per-view. Like, that thing was savage, bro. When Eric Bischoff himself created this monstrosity of a thing, bro, I was like, yo, that thing is cynical, man. Like, straight out cynical. And sure enough, bro, like, I can't tell you exactly who was in there and the first one, but I just remember that thing delivered and I was hooked on, again, the stipulation match. Now, as an overall pay-per-view, it's just like Hell in a Cell. Like, I just think it shouldn't be a full pay-per-view, and if it is, like, make sure that shit's worth it. It's not just, oh wait, we have Hell in a Cell today, let's just throw people in there. Like, actually have a blood feud, you know what I mean? Because back in the day when they had those stipulations, whether it was elimination, whether it was Hell in a Cell, like, it was storyline, bro. It wasn't, oh yeah, we're gonna do it because it's a cool structure, or we're gonna do it because it's popping. It was actual, again, like, there was a reason to make a stipulation like that. But I guess at least there's no excuse, and every year we get to the Elimination Chamber, which brings me back to my point, Tony. Elimination Chambers coming up. And shout out to Jose, because my beaner kicked in right there. Elimination Chambers coming, bro, and we finally have the full set list of the guys that are going to be in there. And I say full because for the first time ever, there's 7 wrestlers in a cage, bro, or behind the glass and everything. I kind of don't understand. I'm kind of baffled by it. Like, are they going to rebuild the structure? What are they going to do? And also, we have the first ever women's Elimination Chamber. But first off, I want to hear your thoughts, Tony, because I've been talking for too long and I am already annoyed on my voice.
I'm like, I thought this was a group podcast, but okay. I still think I don't think Elimination Chamber doesn't really need a storyline just because it's 6 people. This year, 7 that are in it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just every year, like, oh, it's essentially the new No Way Out, where it's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Yeah. And the WWE champion or Universal champion is guaranteed to defend their title. Not this year, obviously. But, yeah. But I mean, you don't need, like, the storyline is the championship. Like, 6 contenders who are the best of the best. that should be in the match. And I just think this year it's kind of watered down just because WWE hasn't really focused on storylines too much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a bunch of guys that are in there that have no storyline, that they're the top stars, but they have no direction for WrestleMania.
Definitely, man.
Like, I mean, all the marks out there know who's going to win this match. So, I mean,
who's going to win?
You already know who's going to win.
No.
We'll save that for next week on our prediction show.
Damn. I'm all looking at Tony like, wait, who's going to win? Because I really don't know who's going to win.
Wow.
Bro, it's because the way things have been going, bro. Like, what if your 1%er happens, bro? What if Vince is like, haha, fuck you.
My 1%er was Apollo Crews, so that's not going to happen.
What if it does?
Worldwide.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Jose.
Yo, bro, I'm not even going to lie. This week, when... What's that dude's name? Titus Worldwide.
Titus O'Neil.
There we go, Titus O'Neil. Sorry about that, Titus, but I don't like you, so it's all good. I actually like them because, again, he stayed off the wrestling, which I do not like. I hate I hate when I see him in trunks. Like, I just want to punch him in his dick. Why do I say his dick? Because that dude's tall as fuck, so I can't reach his face. So, but... This time, he stayed in the suit, bro. Looked elegant as fuck. Looked fancy as fuck. Like, he looked on point as a manager. As a manager, I have no problem with Titus, bro. He's perfect. As a wrestler, he has no business in the ring, man.
He does. I mean, for like 2-3 weeks ago, I thought him and Apollo Crews were gonna get like a storyline with the tag team titles, but they just got one match and they lost right away. And that was it. They
actually got wins back-to-back before that, right?
Yeah, they had back-to-back wins. I mean, yeah, they were heelish wins, but, I mean, at the same time, why would you give them a wins just to have a throwaway match, in a sense? To have, the 20th, The Bar versus Seth Rollins, and a freaking random tag team partner. Like, come on.
Yeah, man. I really don't like what they did there, because, like, if you think about it storyline-wise, your story or your prediction made sense. Like, yo, these two guys won back to back. I thought Chad Gable and
Shelton
Benjamin were gonna win, to where they're gonna be like, yo, we beat you twice. Right? Or am I tripping?
I think they beat them in singles. Like, I think Gable beat one Uso and then Benjamin.
Yeah, well, I thought anyway, saying that they had those victories under their sleeve, they were going to be like, so that earns us a spot for a chance for the tag team championships. And I was like, fuck, these fuckers are actually going to win. Because, I mean, if you think about it, bro, why push someone, again, it's WWE. Why push someone like that and then not give them anything? That's how the feeling was, but then again, I forgot we were in WWE, and yay, that always happens, and for once, it was a great thing. Mm-hmm. Nah, man, but again, this Elimination Chamber is one of a kind, the first of its kind, again, because 7 people, bro. What do you think about that?
Again, it has to fall back with no storylines for anyone. I mean, Seth Rollins... I mean, God, this man can't catch a break. Like, He was supposed to have a big storyline with Dean Ambrose. Then he gets hurt, so then they move on to having a storyline with Jason Jordan. Now he's hurt.
Yep.
I mean, now at this point, nothing's really set in stone, but more than likely he's gonna fight Kurt Angle, since Kurt's Jason's father. But
yeah,
that guy can't catch a break. So I think that's one reason why he was added. The other guys, it's just storylines. Like, the Roman and Braun-ish are like the two biggest, like, behemoths so they have to be locked up inside a cage or chamber. John Cena, I mean, he's
John Cena.
He's John Cena, yeah. He has to be involved.
Right.
Plus, like, every time there's a title on the line, the WWE or Universal, you have to throw John Cena's name on there just because he's tied for the record. The next title will break it, so that's pretty much what he has going for him. The Miz, I mean, he's the top guy. In my opinion, he's the top guy in WWE. Top heel for sure, maybe. I feel the top, like, star.
Mm-hmm.
Finn, I mean, contrary to what Vince McMahon says, like, he's over 100%.
Definitely, bro. I think at that point he was just trolling all of us, bro. Because this guy is a well-known troll. All of Bullet Club is well-known trolls.
Well, yeah, like when he announced, that Finn's not over. I mean, in Finn's tweets or Instagram posts, he would in all caps put over, like, I'm not over. Yeah, cooking this turkey or whatever.
Oh,
like
Thanksgiving, that's right. That made me laugh.
He would do anything, and if Vince McMahon truly cared, he wouldn't stand for that. He wouldn't stand for his and in a company's sense, his associates talking bad or speaking out against him.
Right.
So I mean, that's what I feel. It was all a work.
Right. And what about Elias, bro? You forgot to mention Elias.
Well, Elias is confusing just because they teased him and John Cena.
Yeah.
Maybe they were gonna have a thing. Now him and Braun had their thing.
Right.
Like, I just think he's a wild card. That he's that guy where you figure like, oh, he's definitely not gonna win, but at the same time, it's like you never know. He could, and he could shock the world.
This is one thing I like about this lineup, bro. It could have been much worse. Like, Apollo Crews could have been in there again. Whoa. No, I'm sorry that it had to be. I'm sorry that it had to be worldwide, but
no, but like he's in that. But like in the Fatal 4-Way that this past week on Raw,
he did good.
They showed his acrobatic ability. So I mean,
like I was.
He has the stuff, but he just doesn't get to show it.
Yeah, like I didn't try to be disrespectful like that, but like you were mentioning a while back when we were talking, usually they put a wild card in there that you know is not gonna win, and like I seriously thought Apollo Crews was gonna win the Fatal 4-Way, which turned to a Fatal 5-Way, which led to Finn and freaking Seth being put into the last spot, which made it 7. I thought he was going to win, bro, to where, again, like you said, he was going to be, like, the weak one within all of them, so if he gets pinned, it doesn't matter. Like, nobody gives a shit. Or, like, if he did last till the end, like Santino, where everybody's like, yeah, Santino! But then everybody knew that Brian... God damn it, Jose, get out of here! Daniel Bryan came in with the win. I seriously thought he was going to be in it, but again, we have Roman, Finn, Seth, Braun, Elias, Miz, John Cena... Like, even for the, I say quote-unquote weak ones, which would be Elias, Miz, and that's it, bro. Like, not even, and they're not even that weak. Like, that every single superstar here that's going to be shown is like a main superstar, you know what I mean? Whether it's mid-card, whether it's upper-card, because, yeah, Miz, I only say he's mid-card because he's the king of mid-card, bro. Like, no matter what, the Miz will always be number 1 in the mid-card. Now, put him in... Like, main card, hell yeah, I want to see him in the top, but you know more than likely he's not going to be pushed. Even though right now I do think he's like the main wrestler, like you had mentioned earlier, because he's the one showing up with the title. Again, the Intercontinental Championship being the main title of Raw right now. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Brock Lesnar. Damn. I was like, God, what was his name?
That's how long it's been. We can't even remember his name.
Right, bro? For real, man. But going back to Raw, man, which going to that Seth and Finn edition. So, in other words, we started off the night knowing the whole week that it was going to be a Fatal 4-Way between...
with Finn most likely winning.
Yeah, with Finn definitely had to win because it was Finn,
Woken,
Apollo Crews,
Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I always keep forgetting his name, man. Yeah, man. Overall, the match was pretty great. I liked it.
It was, yeah. It showed everyone's abilities. Like Apollo Crews, it showed his high flying. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, it showed their unique craziness, offsetness, and then Finn and Seth were able to show their all around uniqueness. You know, jumping over the top ropes or in between ropes.
That right.
Their Falcon arrows, like they utilized everyone perfectly in that match.
Right. Like, there was no spot that felt wasted or bored. Again, it was a great match. Except the ending, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit pissed. I was like, that's fucking stupid. Either the referee's a moron. No, I mean, storyline-wise, everybody's a moron on this one except the 3 guys that were involved. The one getting pinned and the 2 doing the pinning. Mm-hmm. Again, ref, what the fuck? Yeah. So that was just cheesy, corny, just to add both of them in there. Like you said, lack of direction, lack of whatever it is right now, lack of storyline. It's killing them, bro, because they make these decisions that they think, oh, it'll involve everybody. But it's boring because most of the time it's just the same people over and over. And again, there's no set direction. So they're just either randomly in there or I don't know, man. I just don't like the feeling of this.
Yeah, for the men's, it's completely just... They just threw the top superstars, the biggest names on there to draw attention. Like, I mean, look at the women's jumping over to theirs. I mean, Alexa Bliss is actually defending her championship, which she had a perfect promo 2 weeks ago calling out Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah, I remember
that. Was like the whole sexist thing. But, I mean, they're showcasing all their talent. They have... the two women from Absolution, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, who these past couple of weeks, like WWE has been putting them in tag team matches or in single matches, and they've been showcasing their abilities. They're not just pretty faces; like they're actually out there and they know what they're doing. I mean, Bayley and Sasha, you know what you're gonna get out of them, whether you love them or hate them. Like technical wrestling wise, they're two of the best in WWE.
Overall wrestling, they're freaking amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
And then Mickie James, I mean. In my opinion, she's like the wild card where it's like, you don't think she's going to win, but if she does, that'll be great just because, you know, she's the older woman of the group. But at the same time, she's, I think, like a 4 or 5 time women's champion?
Yeah.
Like, so she has history. So she's not just some walk in the park that it would be easy to take out.
Right. And that's what I've loved about the incorporation of Mickie James, bro. Like, as soon as she came into WWE again, with that Asuka match, man, wow, I fell in love with the wrestling again. It kind of sucked because after that, she was just on a losing streak right after that. She had a big spot with Alexa Bliss on SmackDown. Kind of repeated it once they both got drafted to Raw.
Well, first she started off as that masked Mexican luchador.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was kind of a rough spot for Mickie.
Yeah, definitely, man. It was weird. Like, she paired up with the heel, yet she was a face because everybody was excited to see her back, but then, like, so it was confusing. Yeah. And from there, I think a lot of the new audience / old audience is still there, but the new ones kind of lost touch, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, not to be a dick or anything, but Alexa and Mickie, the feuds were never that great. They were alright, but they never were. Like, amazing.
And I think that's why they did the draft and had both of them move to Raw, because you saw it in that first week or that first episode like Mickie James cut a quick promo that we had a past in SmackDown, but that was it. Like, since then, like, Alexa Bliss was just basically running through the entire women's division, and then once she did that, she finally got back into facing Mickie James.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think WWE, like, the Raw writers realized that, like, this isn't a rivalry that people are interested in.
Yeah.
So,
well, hopefully, as we have not seen, they learn from their mistakes, bro.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know, just because, like, these past 2 weeks, first,
that's right.
Mickie James got, like, beat up after her match or something, and then Alexa came to rescue her, and even Mickie, like, gave her, like, a look, like, what are you doing here? And then again, this past week, Bliss and Mickie James had a match against Absolution.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which Absolution won, which, again, they showcased their talent. Like, sadly, Mickie James had to take the loss, but, I mean, you couldn't have the women's champion take a loss. So.
Nah, definitely not. Especially since she's already not established as a strong technical champ. She's more of the easy way of getting a champ. But, hey, it works.
She's a perfect female heel.
Yeah, there you go. Like, the way she's supposed to be winning, it's perfect. Yeah. Like, she's doing it right. Going back to Alexa Bliss real quick, man, before we continue with the Elimination Chamber. There was a segment that she did, probably the segment heard around the world by the shortest person in WWE. Second, I think. She went up to Kurt Angle and told him that why does she have to defend the title while Braun gets to chill?
Brock.
Oh my god, that's true. Wow. Brock. Shout out to the dumb fucks out there.
Yeah, it was a really great segment. Like, she came out making accusations like, how come a woman, has to defend her title in an Elimination Chamber match while a man, Brock Lesnar, doesn't have to? Like, she questioned, like, well, is he sexist? Why?
Right.
Like, why are you showing preferential treatment to men and not women? And like any general manager or commissioner or whatever, face manager, they leave it to the fans and
Oh my god.
to save face, like, so he doesn't get so he can take the pressure off of him. He asked the fans,
Right.
"Well, do you want to see Alexa defend it in the first ever women's elimination chamber?" Obviously, the fans are gonna want to see that. Yeah,
Yes. That's all you hear. It's like, yo, make up your fine. You're fine. Oh my
Dude,
dude,
you're
stop.
like
It's like
horrible
that,
this
bro.
week.
Because they gave me that juju, man. Because right before we started this, when told us he was sick, it's like, hey, bro, you're gonna have to kick up that Mexicanness, and hey, so far it's been working. So shout out to Jose out there. Going back to it, brother. I love the fact that you explained to me what happened, but my question was, I was actually expecting more of a biased, like, what do you think? Do you think she's right? Do you agree with her?
she's completely right.
Do
Yeah,
you think it was a shot at Brock?
I don't think it was a shot at Brock, but I think she basically just said what everyone was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
like, why exactly she shouldn't have to defend the title and Brock gets to. I mean, Brock's like the baddest man on the planet, the beast incarnate,
Right.
like the reigning, defending, all that mumbo jumbo that Paul Heyman talks about.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want him in an Elimination Chamber match? Like, that's perfect. That's the match perfectly suited for him. Like,
Bro.
it's basically a UFC
For a
cage.
beast,
It's
right.
basically a UFC cage. Why wouldn't you want him in there? I mean, we have so many memorable moments. I mean, when Goldberg speared, I think, Chris Jericho through one of the pods, like, and
Oh,
broke the
yeah.
glass. I mean, just imagine what Brock Lesnar can do, freaking just throwing people around, throwing Finn Balor around because he's the smallest guy. Like,
Fuck him, toss him up to the roof to where he hangs and shit and starts
yeah, or
climbing.
freaking, like set up a moment where freaking Braun and Brock like just smash through and actually break one of the walls. Like, they could have some epic moments with Brock Lesnar. And again, why like I mean, the last time they saw him was what, Survivor Series, when he had his match
Yep.
with AJ.
Yeah.
Oh no, he had the triple threat at Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's right. But let's not talk about that.
That's why I don't remember it, because it wasn't good. But yeah, I just feel that Brock, he needs to be, when it comes to like the big spotlights, like like a Hell in a Cell, an Elimination Chamber, like something big like that. Even if it's quote unquote a B pay-per-view, Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar should be there.
Yeah, definitely. But he should be there every week, every day, bro. Like, if it's not, at least a promo video, at least something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at least have Paul Heyman come out and
Yeah.
cut a segment.
Yeah, man. I mean, we know he always does that, but nah, like, again, we know he's an established 100% beast. It's not a WWE thing. It's not a play-on thing. That dude is
he's a monster.
He's a beast. He'll kill people. Like, so I don't think we've said this multiple times. So I'm just saying real quick. Yeah, I do agree with you. He should be in the Elimination Chamber. Again, that's the reason that was for, like, No Way Out. It's where the champ is not set for WrestleMania yet. So it would have been a pretty, even if you want to keep him as the champ to WrestleMania, you should have put him in there. Definitely should have put him in there. The reason I asked you if it was a shot at Brock, bro, was because I love Alexa, but I don't think she's that smart to bring it up on her own, because it was a consistent, like, shot after shot after shot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it was a shot, because I think it was like part of the WWE writers telling her to say that. Like, I don't think her or like another superstar told her like to think of that. I think it was the actual writers themselves, like, basically saying fuck you to the fans, to where they hear the complaints about like, oh, Brock needs to be here, so they're like, well, let's make a quick little segment about it, and then that's it, we won't talk about it again.
I'm gonna steal this off Jose because he's the one that told me this, but it's gold, and this is where I was trying to get at. Do you think it was actually the writer? I mean, yeah, the writers wrote it, but was it the writers / creators, or was it Vince McMahon?
I don't think it was Vince, because he's the one that created Brock's contract, and he's the one to. Vince McMahon isn't someone to give the other person what they want. He's gonna do what's best for him, and so I wouldn't think he would come up with it.
Here's my 1%er with that, and I say 1%er because this is never gonna happen. What if Vincent Kennedy McMahon was changing hearts, bro. Again, his main focus now is not only wrestling. It's XFL now too. So do you think he's stepping back to, again, he can veto anything, not veto, he can be like, no, fuck you, straight out to anything in WWE that goes on. But do you think he actually is like, yo, you know what? Like, let's just actually listen to the fans, go, not to that extent. Let's just say like a 1% of it, to where Vince is changing, dog, to where he's actually changing the business for the best, as he's noticing that outside in the indies, like lots of fans, bro, lots of WWE fans, like they wear the Bullet Club shirts, they wear all that, anything, New Japan, Ring of Honor, anything. And he's noticing that on his product. It's like, yo, people aren't just sticking to WWE like back in the day. They're actually going everywhere. So should I go with someone that knows what's going on, aka the Beast or the Game, or like he's stepping back, watching everything that goes on, and it's working, and he wants to try it out again with people that already have experience in it. Again, Triple H.
I don't think so. When it comes to Raw and SmackDown, those are his domains. So yeah, he's not going to relinquish any power whatsoever. I mean, NXT, it's always been Triple H's baby, so he has really no say over that. And I mean, just recently with 205, like he gave power to Triple H because of how great he's done with NXT, and at the same time, I mean, he's putting his focus towards the XFL. So he doesn't want to focus on the B shows, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So I mean, his main focuses are the two main roster shows, which are Raw and SmackDown.
True.
So yeah, I don't see him relinquishing any power, if at all, anytime soon, if ever.
Right. Like, definitely not anytime soon. And
because I mean, look how long Triple H needed to work on NXT before Vince McMahon finally realized. I was like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Definitely, like literally, like 60% of the roster now for the main roster is NXT people that were brought up by Triple H. So I'm just glad that Vince, whether it's a change of heart, whether of course all the time it's going to be a business decision, but whether it's a change of heart, that shit has been changing and will continue changing. Hopefully, man, for the better. As long as he doesn't pull like what you said, fucking just sticks it up her ass like real quick and fuck you fans, I'm the one in charge again, which he has done multiple times. I just hope this continues, man, because it's changing the attitude in Mark's fans, everything, man. And then especially now, bro, like, you know, I really don't like her, but Ronda Rousey, bro, like, I'm so sorry, dog, but I have to continue with this. Because I agree with you guys. Now, more of the world is exposed to World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. So, are you finally trying to make a good product? Are you like... I'm just hoping that's where he's going, where he's actually trying to entertain everybody. Not just marks, but regular WWE simple fans, you know, just people that watch the main roster.
Well, I think he started with that, with the WWE Network itself. That's why obviously he wanted to attract the WWE fan, the real fans.
Yeah.
And then that's why he started introducing other shows. Like, it wasn't just about Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Like, he has Ride Along. He has all these other shows to either see superstars or past legends outside of their quote-unquote character from WWE. Yeah. Or, like, cartoon shows to attract young children, to start them off young and then keep them for as long as he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the Ronda Rousey signing, it shows he's taking a bigger step to start with that mainstream availability and that mainstream viewership. Because I mean, unless you're follow wrestling in general, like, you half the wrestlers, you have no idea who they are unless they're like a child of their past, of a legend. Like, I mean, as great as Charlotte Flair is, I mean, unless people are gonna know her more because of Ric Flair, just because of the last name Flair. Like, he was mainstream talent. Like, he's styling, profiling, like he's everything.
He's actually worldwide known, bro.
Yeah.
Ric Flair. He's a mark. He's not as in like a wrestling mark, but he's a mark in the wrestling industry itself. I understand.
Yeah, and then you got Brock Lesnar. I mean, he was with WWE, and then he went to his UFC career, and that's what helped him explode. That's what made him big. And then he came back to WWE, and he brought eyes from the UFC and other people who had never seen WWE into wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. But now the same thing, and this is where I agree with you guys 100% again with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was huge in the FC. Again, one of the original four horsewomen, right? You know more about this, so I'm just talking out my ass. So if I'm wrong, correct me. Ronda Rousey was probably the biggest women's attraction in UFC history, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because she was the first ever UFC Women's Champion. She's the reason the UFC has a women's division. Because before her, they never had one. I mean, we've had past women before with Gina Carano and Cyborg Santos. I mean,
yeah,
they were before Ronda Rousey even, and people were exclaiming like, like TMZ even has a video asking Dana White if he's ever gonna have a women's division. And he's quoted saying it will never happen. And then sure enough, like a year later, he announces that, and the first ever match is Ronda Rousey versus Liz Carmouche.
Damn! Shout out to Dana White for getting smart on that.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, mad props to Rousey in the UFC aspect. Again, in the wrestling aspect, God damn you, Jose. On a wrestling aspect, she has nothing from me yet. Yeah. That's why I told you to. I don't like what she did. I don't like how they've done her, as in like what they've done with her so far, and it's only been one thing. But that's one thing. Let's move on. She's in the company regardless, no matter what. I'm actually excited to see her mic skill. Like, going back to Elimination Chamber this upcoming Sunday, the 29th? The 20-something. Not this one, but the next Sunday. Like, I'm excited to see her mic skills, what she has to say, how she's going to say it. I'm interested in her character. Like I said, overall, man, as a person, she's huge. She brought all those eyes. Now I'm curious to see what she's going to do. Now, I can't wait for the one-on-one match. Like, I don't care for tag team matches. I don't care for any of that. Like, I want to see her one-on-one. I don't expect it right now. I don't expect it at WrestleMania. But I expect it soon. And, bro, like, again, I'm not expecting her to be the god of wrestling. I'm just expecting her to be great, to where she not only can she show off herself, which I highly believe she can, because again, like you guys mentioned, she is her background, it's athletic as fuck, like, and now it's gonna be coordinated, so if anything it might take more cerebral patience, more than tactical patience and all that stuff. So I agree. I wish her nothing but the best, because it's a business decision. When it comes to business, in any type of business, I wish everybody well. But I just hope she can at least, like, boost up our wrestlers. Like you said, Ric Flair. Yeah, Charlotte Flair, because that's a daughter, but, it's not that big. Now, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, bro, all eyes are going to be on
That's WrestleMania main event right there. Like, not just females, like, that. Yeah. That's over the Universal. That could be over WWE big. Yeah. In terms of, like, Ronda's mainstream viewership versus Charlotte's WWE, actual wrestling viewership, like that it's the best of two worlds, basically.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm gonna say it, I'm scared of, is that it's gonna be a flop, bro. That's the only thing I know you say it's not gonna be.
I don't think so, just because of her athletic ability. Again, like, I mean, I know people are gonna hate me. You're probably gonna hate me, right, for what I'm about to say, but to me, the comparison for her is Kurt Angle, just because she's an Olympic bronze medalist in judo. Kurt Angle was in the Olympics. I mean, granted, Kurt didn't go into the UFC, but I mean, someone with basically pure raw athletic talent going into WWE with no wrestling experience. I mean, Triple H, other wrestlers have quoted saying that, like, how fast Kurt Angle adjusted and learned basically the WWE way of wrestling was unique in a way. Like, for someone having no experience in wrestling
and no desire,
no desire to what the levels that he's achieved, it's remarkable. And that's what I could see Ronda Rousey doing. Because again, with like her character or her mic skills, like I don't see any problem with it, just because she's an actress. Like, so WWE can give her a script like, okay, here you're gonna go out and say all this. Being out in front of the crowd, hearing boos or cheers, it's not gonna phase her one bit.
Yeah.
The only worry is the actual in-ring ability, but at the same time, like, I just feel her talent is so big that, like, she's not gonna let it phase her. And again, it's a full-time contract. It's not
a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's not a Brock Lesnar. It's not like 3 to 6 months. Like, let's see what you can do. Like WWE is basically saying, or is going all in, and I feel Rousey's going all in too. Yeah. So she will work the ring. She'll work everything. She'll take everyone's criticism, good or bad, on her wrestling skills to improve them.
Yeah. So that's why, again, bro, I'm actually excited to see what she has to offer, just entertainment-wise, next Sunday at Elimination Chamber. Like I said, I'm actually excited for that, bro.
Yeah, because I want to see if they give her a mic for her contract signing officially to Raw, not SmackDown.
Yeah.
Which, again, like, that, to me, that shows that obviously that Vince McMahon, WWE, they want the top talent on Raw.
On Raw. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, Raw is like the older kid, the favorite kid. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to my older kids. Yeah, man. Freaking Elimination Chamber, bro. It should be sick. 7 guys. First ever women's. Can't wait, Doug. And we ain't even done our predictions yet. No. But we're going to wait till our good old boy Don Gato's back, man, for that. So, going back, bro, to Monday Night Raw real quick. Did you get a glimpse of that John Cena promo, bro?
I caught a glimpse of the only thing I needed to get a hold of.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that's the only piece that everybody in the world got from that promo. Exactly. And my good boy Tony, can you please say what it is?
Basically, he was talking about how John Cena wants to be at WrestleMania. He deserves to be at WrestleMania, and that the quote that everyone is talking about is, "WrestleMania is the place where legends come back from the dead."
Yup. Who was the first person you thought of when you said that?
The Undertaker, obviously.
Oh, really? I thought it was...
Wow. Dude, Jose was here.
Shout out to Jose. Hey. Gotta put a little DJ scratch on that one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I just think WWE is doing what they always do, where they give their fans the marks, a tease of, like, maybe we'll consider this, but at the same time, they don't want to say anything out loud to where, okay, we have to do that now, and then anything other than that is a failure. Mm-hmm. So I think they're just having a feeling out process, kind of like what they did, like 3-4 years ago with Bray Wyatt and Undertaker.
Yeah. Where
Bray Wyatt cut all these promos where obviously it made it seem like he was going to fight the Undertaker, but since he actually never said Undertaker or like Dead Man, stuff like that, like he could basically, like the week before WrestleMania, they could basically throw any superstar in there and it can be like, oh, that's who he was talking about. That's what I feel they did with this promo.
Okay, makes sense. What I wanted to bring up real quick is the fact that John Cena actually has a lot more freedoms, if you could say, than other wrestlers. One of them being the mic, bro. I'm pretty sure this fool does not read line per line what the creative is writing.
Dude, I don't even think they give him a script. Like, right? I'm pretty sure they just tell him, like, you have 5 minutes, 3 minutes, like, talk. Like, they probably just say you talk about WrestleMania, but basically everything's free. Just make a point that you want to be at WrestleMania. That's it.
I think it's like, I'm sorry, Tony, you're going to punch me in the nuts, but I think it's going to be like CM Punk had stated on one of the podcasts. I can't remember which one.
Not here, we bring him up.
Shout out to CM Punk. He said that, he was a stubborn person. So it's different, but I'm talking about script mode. He said that the creative would give him a script and he'd be like, oh yeah, thanks, and then he would toss it in the trash. Do you think they do the same for John Cena again? Because it's their job to write, you know? So they write the script because they have to, and then they just give it to him without saying anything, and then he scans over it, reads it to see what they have in mind. I'll be like, oh, okay, this is the point they want me to point across, and then he tosses it in the trash without being a straight-out dick like Punk, you know what I mean? Shout out to Punk.
I think so, because, I mean, there's so many moments where John Cena's had. I mean, when he had his promos with Roman Reigns, where he's all like, bro, let me put this in simple terms that even you can understand. He's like, I'm like a drug test, homie. You ain't going to pass me. I mean, I doubt the writers wrote that.
Straight out, dog. And that's what brought me to that point, man. Do you think it was one of those things where, because John Cena has come out in the Edge and Christian podcast, shout out to Edge and Christian, man, where if it was up to him, he'd fight the dead man at WrestleMania.
Well, that's how it is for a lot of people. I mean, Bayley's come out and said that she wants to be heel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, wrestlers and superstars, they would like full control over their character, like to say what they want to say or to be face or heel. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they sign a contract and they're an associate working for a business. So they have to listen to what they're told. I mean, obviously, when you're someone as decorated as John Cena, I mean, you have a lot more pull than others.
Right.
But I mean, at the same time, I don't think he has free will over what he's able to do.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he still goes with the guidelines. It's just he goes with more of a fresh mentality, not script read.
Yeah, and I think he just he realizes that now. True is that it's a live show. Like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So he's going to say what he's going to say. I mean, they're not going to know what he's going to say, so they can't, like, bleep him out or pause or, like, go to commercial or anything.
It's raw, baby. Straight up.
So, yeah, I mean, he's going to say what he feels he should say. I mean, at the same time, John Cena's a company man. He's a WWE man. He's not going to say anything that's going to jeopardize the company he works for.
Definitely, man. Definitely. One of my last points in this, man. Last year, we saw Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker main event at WrestleMania, bro. Imagine it had been John Cena versus The Undertaker. That still would have been a pretty hard match to watch, just for the reason that Undertaker, bro, his condition, his health. Like, yeah, we all wanted to see that. We wanted to see John Cena versus Undertaker instead of Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. But do you think the outcome of the match would have been the same? Because, again, this doesn't have to do with fans. This actually has to do with the ability of a wrestler now. John Cena, yeah, he's older, but he can still do everything. Except with his neck, because his neck's fucked up. But Undertaker, bro. Right? Shout out to Shinsuke. Anyways, Undertaker, bro, no matter who he would have fought, his hip was fucked. He had limited movement, so it would have been, in other words, a poor match wrestling-wise, not storyline-wise, because everybody was like almost tearing up just how hard it was to watch that match, bro. Now, I can't be a hypocrite, so I have to say this. Would you want to see John Cena versus Undertaker this year for the reason, 1, Undertaker hasn't done shit. 2, he might, he had the surgery. He might have a little more strength and mobility back, but he has not been in the ring. And even if he practices off TV, that's still, every bump is a risk. You know what I mean? So, do you think it would deliver, bro? Would you want to see it? What do you think? Because at this point, man, truthfully, I wouldn't want to see it no more.
No, I think Undertaker's last match should have been, 2 years ago?
With Bray?
Was it Bray? After Brock? He fought someone after Brock where he won.
Seth Rollins, right?
No. I don't remember. Either way, like, the pay-per-view before this past one with Roman, because, I mean, clearly watching him against Roman, he was done. He didn't have anything left in him. Like, even giving his all, it was hard to watch. So, I mean, I think these past 2, maybe even 3 WrestleManias, like, Undertaker should have called it quits a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because, basically he had a broken hip, and because of WrestleMania, because of WWE, he prolonged getting surgery to fix it, to replace it. So, I mean, he did more damage to his body by doing that.
Right.
And then now that he has the surgery, I mean, yeah, he's up and about, he's moving, like the videos and pictures that people have seen, but I mean,
again, he's human, bro. It's not like he got a leg chopped off or anything,
exactly.
you know? Yeah.
I mean, when you saw him at Raw 25 just walking up to the ring, like, oh, like, this guy did not look like he could wrestle at all.
Nope. Like he was out of shape. Understandable. Out of a surgery.
Exactly. It's clearly, yeah. I'm not saying like, oh, how could he do that to himself? But yeah,
fucking
like
asshole.
just seeing that little walk, that wobble, basically, that it was hard to watch, and it's just better that he retires.
Yeah, man. It breaks the heart.
Yeah.
Like I had mentioned, man, it hurt to watch that match. As a true wrestling fan, as an Undertaker fan, it hurt. But like, we can't forgive that he gave us great matches at WrestleMania, bro. One of my favorite, and it's Jose's probably more than likely favorite match in the universe, the first HBK versus Undertaker.
Oh, I thought he liked the second one.
It's one of those. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Jose. Nah, but he delivered great matches at WrestleMania, bro. Now, someone that's already delivered, Doug, not at WrestleMania, but they've delivered to where it was bigger than WrestleMania, Sasha Banks and Bayley. Do you think they're going that direction again this year for WrestleMania?
I think they should. Like, I mean, Alexa Bliss has fought every woman essentially in the roster, so any match we see, it's just going to be a repeat. She's not going to break Asuka's streak if she fights Asuka. I mean, we haven't seen Alexa Nia Jax, which I think that'll be a great storyline because, you know, two friends fighting each other. But match-wise, I don't think it should be a WrestleMania match. Not yet. Maybe a SummerSlam match, but not a WrestleMania. I think, yeah, for Raw, it should be the Bayley versus Sasha. Either one of them is already heel when they get to the pay-per-view, or after the match, you know, like one of them goes, like the loser goes to shake the winner's hand, and then they end up doing like their finisher or something to them to start that heel turn.
Right.
But yeah, I think for Raw, the way to go is Sasha versus Bayley.
And I mean, no matter what, you know, those two will deliver.
Exactly.
Like, you could put them in the main event and you know they will fucking deliver. I don't want them to be main event, but I'm just saying, if you put them in the main event, they will fucking deliver. One thing I was noticing though, bro, the reason this came up was because already there's little feuds or little confrontations they have between each other, saying, oh, I did this, I did that, I beat you, you beat me, whatever. And do you think it would just be a repeat or no? Because again, this has happened in NXT. It's already down probably as the greatest women's match in WWE history, probably in the world. Would it feel like a repeat, even though it already even happened on Monday Night Raw?
I don't think so, just because, again, one of them would have to go heel.
Yeah.
Whether it happened, I would assume it has to happen before WrestleMania, because right now, the way I see it, it's just two best friends trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
Like, anything you can do, I can do better. It's not, oh, I hate you, like, this is my spotlight, not yours. Like, I just see it as two friends trying to one-up each other. I mean, with Bayley, she was in her hometown. I mean, clearly the crowd is not behind her, even in her hometown. Like,
right?
She didn't even get as big a pop as you would expect. So
yeah, like, I guess the only place you can get a pop now is in the UK, Doug.
Yeah, apparently, because in the US, yeah, everyone's tired of seeing Bayley.
Right.
Or everyone's just tired of that, oh, hug me, best friend, like, I love you gimmick, basically.
It's like, yo, our little kid shit era is over. We don't need that no more. Yeah, Doug. What I was going to bring up real quick, too. Do you think Bayley is going to be a heel on this one? Or should she be a heel?
I don't think so. I think it would be better just because it would be more shocking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel, just because we've already seen her as a heel, Sasha would be the better heel.
Yeah, definitely.
But I just think with Bayley, it would be more shocking. That's why I think it would draw more attention. But I feel like if they make Bayley heel, she would be the wrong kind of heel where she would get cheered.
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to if Sasha gets a heel where I mean, you can build it to possibly, you know, try to rebrand Bailey and try to get the crowd behind her, and then have everyone boo Sasha.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Because I was talking to Jose about this a few months ago, man. Even before this beautiful cock fest. What the fuck? Wow, man. It's just bad today. Anyways, you guys are listening to the Midcard Express. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, everything. I just had to say something because I felt like a retard on that one.
Yeah, I was like, Cockfest. Whoa.
Ooh, shout out to that freaking Wicked Reds apple.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already noticed, I like to drink a lot. Every podcast, at least.
Going back to the Bailey Sasha, brother, I agree with you in two aspects. One, I don't think it should happen at WrestleMania just for the reason that it's so close. And if you are doing that, you just be cramming something that can be gold in the main roster as it was in NXT. Again, way too soon for WrestleMania. Or at least I think personally.
I don't think so, just because Elimination Chambers in 2 weeks. And WrestleMania is not till like the first or second Saturday of April.
Yeah.
All the time. So I mean, there's like 6 weeks?
2 months? Yeah.
Nearly to build up to it. That's plenty of time to build a storyline.
Yeah, but if you want, like, this brings me to the other point. If you want a blood feud, not just a one-up competition, wouldn't it be better to build it up to where it's to the point where the tension is so bad that you want to see these two girls, like, kick the living fuck out of each other, dude? Again, going back to your point with you want to keep Bailey as a face and Sasha as a heel. You don't want Sasha to be a cheered heel. So you would probably what I thought that we're going to do, man, and what I was bringing up that Jose and I were talking about. I thought that they were just going to be like Sasha and Bailey, best friends, like inseparable, best love ever. Bailey saying she's the best thing that could have happened in my life, almost like a lesbian relationship, you know, but like just best friend. And to the point where everybody is so behind both of them, dude, that I guess after a pay-per-view, after something big that both of them accomplished, aka they pull a Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, bro, where it's like, fuck you, and everybody's like, yo, what the fuck, Sasha, boo, and they actually start booing her, not cheering heel her, you know what I mean? Instead of her kicking the shit out of Bailey and they're like, yeah, fuck that bitch up. No, like, they're like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
I don't think so, just because to comparison with Gargano and Ciampa, like, I mean, the crowd loved both of them, and they felt that they deserve the tag team championships. They never showed tension or a disagreement within the group. With Bailey and Sasha, I mean, you see it little by little. Like, I mean, with Bailey, I mean, Sasha throwing Bailey over the top rope in the Royal Rumble. I mean, obviously you knew, like, it's every woman for herself, but like to have Bailey eliminate Sasha, Sasha eliminate Bailey herself, like, that was a red flag right away.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel with this friendship that because Sasha's already been heel once before in NXT, the WWE universe is expecting it now.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's what I'm saying. With Bailey, it might be bigger, just because nobody's expecting Bailey to go heel. Everyone's expecting it to be Sasha.
Yeah, true, man. One thing I do appreciate, though, man, with everything happening as it is, as Ronda coming in, setting more eyes into the women's division. Not only that, but WWE overall, man. But more strongly on the women's division. I love the way they've been stepping up their game ever since Royal Rumble, man. Like, the matches have been insane. Like, even in SmackDown, where it's still dull, it's still boring. Like, they're making Charlotte like fight, like real fight with the Pigeon Squad. Like, we had Liv Morgan, which shout out to my pigeons out there.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, man. Like, both matches she's had with Liv Morgan and what's that other chick's name? The Australian one?
She's Australian?
Or something like that. Well, anyways.
Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan, there you go.
No, she's like country.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, she's from like the deep south.
Oh. That's why she can't promotes her shit. Anyways.
Well, that's probably why I've never once heard her on the mic.
Yeah, thank God that you haven't. Anyways, they've been doing better in the women's division, man. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
So
speaking of women's division, I mean, outside of WWE, the biggest, I guess, female other than Brandy Rhodes, obviously.
Shout out to Brandy Rhodes.
is Emma, man, in the independent circuits, or as her real name, Tenille Dashwood. Right. I hope I'm saying it right. Like, I mean, she fought a couple of indie matches in the UK, and just recently she made her first appearance under the Ring of Honor, and she's just been announced as well for the Women's of Honor tournament to crown the first ever female women's champion in Ring of Honor.
Yo, shout out to Ring of Honor because now they're catching up with the women's, man, and it's gonna be lit, bro. That's all I gotta say. Like,
most of the people I don't know, like, I mean, I knew Madison Rayne. Sadly, she lost. Yeah. Spoiler alert! If you haven't been keeping up with it, I mean, she lost. Yeah, she lost her first match. I mean, obviously, Brandy Rhodes. I mean, she's a great wrestler, and then also just the star power behind it, Brandy Rhodes. Yeah. I mean, clearly she's gonna win. And then Emma, she won her first match. So I mean, Ring of Honor is taking bigger steps to not just be known as quote unquote independent. Like, they want to be known worldwide.
Right. Worldwide. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's starting to seep in.
Right, dog. God bless America, bro. Nah, but shout out to Ring of Honor for real, catching up with that, man. I think they're capitalizing great on that again because Eyes right now is in the women's division. But sadly, going back to WWE, bro, still with the women's. Well, actually, let's mix it up a bit. Mixed tag team match, bro. Someone that got literally what felt their WrestleMania win.
Probably one of the biggest upsets in wrestling history. But the team of Rusev and Lana took on the team of Elias and Bayley. And which I saw coming, but to most audiences didn't see. Lana finally got her first ever victory in WWE by pinning Bayley.
Damn.
And that was crazy because the night before, Bayley just finally won a match over Sasha.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looked like Bayley was on the up curve, or whatever the way you say it. But yeah, it looked like, all right, like Bayley's starting to get back on track. They're maybe gonna start a push with her, and then she takes a loss to Lana, which I was telling you earlier. I don't think she knew she was gonna win. Like she probably thought she was supposed to lose because the way the match ended, like Bayley was gonna go up for a belly to belly off the middle turnbuckle.
Damn.
So they were on top, and then Lana came down underneath her, pulled one of her feet, and then Bayley basically headbutted the top turnbuckle, and that's how Lana got the victory. Like, it was very quiet, basically. Like, there was no finisher involved. Like, to give like you already knew the finish, basically.
Yeah, like an ending.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So it was unexpected, and dude, just her reaction from winning, it was so genuine. It was so perfect. Rusev comforting her, like, yes, Lana is the best. Lana #1. Like, that was perfect, and I can't wait for more to see in the second round.
Bro, like, what? Like, it was an amazing victory for them because not only did they win, but they won in Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rusev out there.
No, they won on Ravishing Rusev Day.
Oh, I think I just got stiff on that one, bro. Man, bro. Freaking one thing for sure, though. Rusev is over. Like, call him Midcarder, call him whatever you want to call, but it is real with Rusev Day, bro. And by the way, I haven't told you this. Happy Rusev Day, brother.
Happy Rusev Day, everyone.
Right. Oh, man, bro. Hey, by the way, brother, have you heard of anybody that's being inducted to the Hall of Fame on Rusev Day?
On Rusev Day, yes. So far, they've been 10. The highlight of the class is Goldberg, obviously, which he deserved. Sorry,
Deserve it.
yeah. Damn.
Hey, you got a little
Damn,
Jose
I
in
know,
you
I
too.
was like, I had a
Boss,
Jose
boss.
moment. And then the second edition was the Dudley Boys, which again they deserved it.
Yeah.
And then this past week, they announced Ivory
Oh,
into the WWE Hall of Fame.
damn, bro. So we already got our first women in there.
Yeah, I think she'll most likely be the only one, because it seems that's what they do every year. Like they have like the top guy,
Yeah.
and then they'll usually introduce either a tag team or a trios or something, and then a woman to join, and then they'll usually do maybe like someone who is like a decorated Intercontinental Champion or a European Champion, something like that.
Yeah. Because we already got the tag teams. So
Yeah.
That's it.
And then they always have like their celebrity edition as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That one's the... what's it called? The dude with the mask. I should know this. I'm going to get killed. The one that died right after his promo.
Well, they haven't announced anyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
But what's his name? They even give him a memorial out on the... Well, anyways, I'll find out for you guys later. The Warrior Award or something like that.
Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah.
What?
They haven't announced anybody for that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that's separate from the Hall of Fame, though.
No, it's the same day. It's the same freaking
No, but I
ceremony.
mean, like, it's separate from the
the
Hall of
wrestlers.
Fame. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, there's a Hall of Fame, and then there's, like, their Ultimate Warrior Hall of Fame. Which is... to me, it's kind of like... Compared to the NFL Man of the Year is basically what you've done outside of the business, you know, like what you've done to help communities and stuff.
Yeah. But one thing for sure, bro. You could tell not only the wrestling industry has been phenomenal to women this year. Again, coming up, Royal Rumble already happened for the women, first ever. Elimination Chambers is going to come up. Hell in a Cell already happened. It's been a great opportunity for women, man. And now even the tournament that Ring of Honor is having. So for one last time, right before I sign off for our women, I appreciate what you guys do, because most of you do even more better wrestling than most of the guys out there. Well, some of the guys out there. So we appreciate you guys sacrificing your body for us. I mean, you entertain the hell out of us. That's all that matters, right? Anyways, man, going back to outside the WWE world real quick, man. Did you hear about Ring of Honor, bro? And what's going on with our good old fellows in the Bullet Club?
Yeah, so basically, if you haven't already heard, the Bullet Club Civil War going down at Supercard of Honor, which is the same time as WrestleMania weekend. I believe it happens the same Saturday as NXT TakeOver. So, I mean, basically, you're going to have to decide whether you want to watch Supercard of Honor or NXT TakeOver New Orleans. But some big news happening, too, like the next pay-per-view coming up, I believe. Well, I don't know exactly when the pay-per-view is, but it's New Japan and Ring of Honor both joining forces. And it's a 2-night event, actually. I believe Friday and Saturday. And it's, there's a lot of big-name matches in the card, but I think the biggest one is the first encounter of Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, because it's the team of Golden Lovers.
Oh, shit.
Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus the elite, or the club, basically, of Cody Rhodes and the villain Marty Scurll.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's funny because when they announced that match, I mean, for those of you who don't, if you guys follow us on Twitter at the Midcard Express, oh shit!
Shout out to almost spilling the beer.
Yeah. I retweeted a tweet of Marty Scurll tweeting out that picture of the match being announced, and he's like, "I didn't agree to this."
Oh.
So I mean, it's showing basically the tension. Like Cody Rhodes is basically speaking out for all the club.
Yeah. Oh, and just so you know, in the future, bro, the Elite is only 3 guys: the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Fuck Kenny. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, I just go by what they do on Being the Elite on their YouTube channel.
Elite.
And so, you know, like in the intro, it's basically it announces all of them. So I just assume I mean, for those of you who don't know, I'm not really a Bullet Club or an Elite fanboy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm interested in Cody Rhodes, and that's pretty much it.
No, was that it for the event happening in Ring of Honor? Because I'm gonna do a little transition that you're gonna love.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's like the biggest match. I'm pretty sure the other matches people don't really care about.
Yeah, I don't even care about them, man. I'm a mark.
Okay, there we
You're
go
like,
then.
thanks for exposing, asshole.
Yeah, there we go then.
Good job. But I call bullshit on you only care about Cody Rhodes. Because you know what I care? What you care about? What I care? What the fuck? What you care about?
What?
You care about Braun Strowman playing that cello. Shout out to Braun
Well,
Strowman.
I'm talking about in terms of the Bullet Club members.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Like, I like Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. Like, don't get me wrong, they're great. You know, the Gorillas of Destiny, Hangman, Marty Scurll. They're all great wrestlers and they're very talented. But I mean, I'm not gonna buy their merchandise more than likely. I'm not gonna.
Like you give two fucks about the faction?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
I'm interested in Cody Rhodes
Damn.
or Cody. Sorry.
There you go. Bringing you nothing but the truth here and the Midcard Express. Make sure you guys follow us, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Google Plus, all of it, you know. And now I say both of them because I don't sound like a retard.
Like, wow. One of them has to be right.
Right. It's either one. Oh, guess what? I actually found out I might get sued by South Park because I heard them say Google Plus on, I was playing The Fractured But Whole. I mean,
Wow.
that has nothing to do with wrestling, but
So
I
it's
heard
like,
it.
well, dang. So we're gonna get our first cease and desist faster than the Young Bucks.
Damn, now we're gonna get sued by the Young Bucks too.
Dang. Hey, more autographs. Fuck it.
Damn, bro. No. Tony, Bullet Club is fine. Bullet Club is fine.